2022 is the year of Stephen Curry. Even in his 14th season, Stephen Curry has not slowed down. No season or year in Curry's career may be more memorable than 2022. Though he may be a warrior for life, Stephen Curry is truly a genius on the court. No player in the 76-year history of NBA action has ever been able to mesmerize a crowd with his on-ball wizardry, while also putting an opponent's defense in jeopardy with his off-ball movement. This video highlights Stephen Curry's on and off the court achievements in 2022. And boy, I'll tell you, this is definitely Chef Curry's best year. His stellar performance in the NBA Finals capped a 2-year personal comeback from injury. It earned him a 4th ring and his first Finals MVP award, cementing the Golden State Warriors as a modern dynasty. Aside from being awarded Finals MVP and named as the 2022 Sports Person of the Year, his other achievements are noteworthy. You will be surprised just how special of a year it has been for him as we uncover why 2022 is Stephen Curry's best year. Throughout his 14-year career, Stephen Curry has put together seasonal campaigns that are unmatched by anybody else. As a result of his 50-40-90 season in 2016, he became the first player in NBA history to win the MVP award unanimously. A true 50-40-90 season requires a player to achieve or exceed 50% field goal efficiency, 40% three-point field goal efficiency, and 90% free throw shooting efficiency. Also, he was the first player to make 402 three-point shots in a single season. In 2021, he had arguably an even better season than in 2016, with one of the most spectacular offensive seasons ever. While both years were excellent on the court, no season or year of Curry's may ever be more memorable than 2022. Before discussing how impressive the two-time MVP's year has been, it's important to remember the 3 years prior and even parts of this year. Let's play full court, baby! Your go-to channel for the most interesting basketball topics. The season concluded on a hard and depressing note in 2019, with a loss in the NBA Finals to the Raptors, Durant's departure, and Klay's first serious injury. Curry suffered a broken hand at the start of the 2019 to 2020 season and missed practically the entire season. Golden State concluded with one of the worst records in club history. The pandemic hit the entire world in 2020, and everything came to a halt. Later, the 2020 season was able to begin, although with no fans until later in the year. Even though Steph had a fantastic season, it wasn't enough to propel the Warriors into the playoffs. Curry sent a clear message to the NBA following the Dubs' play-in loss to the Grizzlies. You don't want to see us next year. Golden State stormed out of the gates in the 2021 to 2022 season. They started the season 9 wins to 1 loss in their first 10 games and went on to have one of the best records in the league for the first half of the season. In December, Steph accomplished the unthinkable. He surpassed Ray Allen as the league's leading three-point shooter. While many consider Steph the best shooter of all time, he refused to consider himself that until he surpassed Allen. Curry eventually acknowledged having the title after passing Allen. Hopefully, I can push it to a point where it's untouchable. Many are anticipating and even expecting Steph to break the 4K mark in three-pointers, depending on his longevity in the league. The following month in January, his fellow Splash brother Klay Thompson returned to the floor. However, as Klay recovered, Draymond was out with what could have been a serious lower back injury. Klay's comeback was greatly anticipated, but the Warriors struggled in the second half of January and the beginning of February, leading up to the All-Star break. Curry stole the show during All-Star weekend, making 16 three-pointers in the All-Star game and winning his first All-Star game MVP award. This was the second award he had received. For most teams, the All-Star break is meant to be a time to regroup and prepare for the second half of the season. Golden State received a week off, but their play on the court continued to suffer for the rest of the season. The Warriors dropped from the 2nd to the 3rd seed and were in danger of falling to the 4th seed after their loss. A lot of people within the organization were anxious to find out whether or not Draymond's comeback and the return of the Golden State's Big Three on the court would be enough to turn things around for the team. In the very same game Draymond played after his absence in March, for the first time Curry went down with a foot injury. At that very moment, the assumption that this season might not be the Warriors' year to redeem themselves started to gain more and more grip. The Warriors ended the season with the 3rd seed, even though they were playing some terrible basketball. Most of the time, when teams go into the playoffs the way they were playing, you almost don't want to watch. We finally got to see the Golden Trio back together on the court after Curry recovered in time for the start of the playoffs. Thank goodness for that. As soon as the playoffs began, it felt like a switch was flipped, and we saw the Golden State Warriors from the previous 5-year finals run. It became history, and the dynasty was revived. The Warriors went on to win their 4th championship in 8 years, with Steph leading the way and taking home the NBA Finals MVP trophy. He won the Finals MVP and became the first player in league history to win the MVP award in the Western Conference Finals. Steph's season became even better as he was named MVP of the Western Conference Finals, his 4th championship title, and his first Finals MVP. Throughout the summer, he steadily accumulated more and more individual awards to add to his collection. Curry was named the host of the 2022 ESPY Award Show. He was the first NBA player to host the event since LeBron James in 2007. And it was a big night for the show's host, Steph Curry, who walked away with 3 trophies. Curry took home the awards for Best NBA Player, Best Record-Breaking Performance for most three-pointers made in league history, and a group trophy for the best team for the recent NBA championship-winning Golden State Warriors. Steph received these honors as recognition for his on-court accomplishments. This year, he has been equally as successful off the court as he has been on it. Curry accomplished a rare feat for any athlete, as he was given an Academy Award for his work as executive producer in the documentary, The Queen of Basketball. Another milestone for him as he received his undergraduate degree, Steph's number 30 was retired and put in the rafters at Davidson as a tribute to the player. He was inducted into the Davidson Sports Hall of Fame. Looking at the long list of things that Steph has achieved throughout 2022, it seems almost impossible to argue that Steph has arguably had the best year out of any athlete, celebrity, or even just plain individual is not an unreasonable assessment by any means. In December 2022, Sports Illustrated announced 4-time NBA champion and 2-time most valuable player Steph Curry as the 2022 Sports Person of the Year. Curry expanded his influence off the court with his Eat, Learn, Play Foundation as it continues its efforts to combat food insecurity, promote early childhood reading, and create safe spaces for children to play and be active in Oakland and around the Bay Area. In addition, he worked to broaden access to golf by sponsoring the Howard University golf team and founding the Underrated Golf Tour, a competition for junior golfers who are underrepresented in the sport. The most significant accomplishment of being Sports Person of the Year was reminding the world that his greatest strength is improving the lives of others around him. To wrap things up, Steph Curry's 2022 accomplishments so far: NBA champion, Finals MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, All-Star MVP, all-time three-point leader, BET Sportsman of the Year, Best NBA Player, ESPY, Best Record-Breaking Performance for 3 points made, Best NBA Team, Academy Award winner, the Queen of Basketball, Davidson College graduate, Davidson Hall of Fame inductee, Davidson jersey retired, hosted the ESPYs, Sports Illustrated Sports Person of the Year. The AP Male Athlete of the Year award is the last remaining major honor for which Curry is eligible. The winner is typically announced in December. It's reasonable to say that regardless of whether or not Steph is awarded AP Male Athlete of the Year, or if he wins any more awards this year, Steph's year has been one for the ages. It's important to understand one thing: Mount Rushmore level talents don't come around all the time. Any franchise would be lucky to land someone of Stephen Curry's caliber. This should be a feel-good season after they reclaimed their trophy and laughed at every doubter. They don't have to prove anything to anyone after what they've accomplished. We hope you enjoyed our video topic today. Interact with us, subscribe, and hit the notification button to be notified when we upload more content. Don't forget to leave a like and comment below. Also, feel free to suggest any type of videos you would like to see on this channel.